We are rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at Scott Airforce Base, and this is our annual Military Appreciation Podcast broadcast. It's the Rizz Show, and it's the Fast Lane, and it's you guys out there. Thanks for having us on the base once again. Fast Lane, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Scott.
Hello.
So if you're, I don't know if are we recording this on the webcams too? Fine. Yep. Fine. Yes, we are. But so the way this is set up is myself and Moon and King Scott are on one side, Learn and Rafe are on one side. We're flanking the fast lane, and they're sitting way higher than us.
Which was 30 Rock Alec Baldwin's key to success in any negotiation. Always take the high ground. Well played.
Hey, they deserve it. They're 2 wins in.
Yeah.
Oh, for the pick and challenge?
Two legitimate wins, and may we be the first to congratulate you on
I'm not congratulating.
Yeah.
May I be the first to congratulate you on 2 legitimate wins.
We appreciate
It's
that.
about time you guys started playing by the rules.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you, Moon.
Hey, but it is appreciated. I'm serious. Like, those were 2 good wins. Good job.
Yeah, 2 legit wins. And have you
stop.
guys been doling out your punishments?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
I took mine yesterday.
Marsh took it in week 1.
Yep.
Did you guys borrow our airsoft gun yesterday by chance?
We did.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have one.
Why? Did we leave it in our studio?
No. Moon was very upset this morning because he's got it in a certain place.
I was just worried.
It's the Rizz Show Armory.
I thought we got robbed. I thought the
I
armory was robbed.
usually go to get it. I don't remember. I actually thought about this in the morning. I'm like, I don't think I took that back.
I took it back.
Did you? Okay.
I did.
All right.
Well, he left it in King Scott's room, and I feel like a dad going, hey, if you're going to use something,
Yeah.
you got to put it back right back.
Yeah, that's our fault. We'll.
You got to put it back on the spot.
You know what? We'll punish Carrie again.
Oh,
for that.
no, thank you.
Kerry liked it, though.
Nah, I did not. It was
sucks.
painful. It wasn't great, and I
Well-
don't plan on having it happen again.
Well, this year we're kind of keeping track of all the stats, and we're doing the dunce of the week. And Andrew Marsh was the worst of all of us, week number 1. What a pathetic showing.
It was terrible.
As far as
It
your
was,
picks go.
horrible.
Crushed it.
It was horrible.
Terrible. I mean, as a sports guy, you should be ashamed.
Yeah, there were some matchups that I thought would have gone the other way, and they didn't, and here we are. So they took
Week
it.
1 is tough.
It is tough.
Week
You
one's
have
tough.
no idea what's going to happen.
Tough.
Probably shouldn't have picked the Panthers to win, but it is
boy.
what it is.
No.
Sure.
We're working with him.
Marsh just went full sports guy there. He went athlete. He's like, hey, listen, we gave it all today, and just didn't get the breaks that we needed. So we'll look at the film and we'll fix it.
God willing, next week will be better.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
And this week was better.
It was better. It
There
couldn't
we
get
go.
any worse, to be honest with
It
you.
couldn't have,
It was
actually.
it was really bad.
Well, 1 week at a time, focus on the task in front of us.
That's right.
And we honestly chalked your week 1 loss up to the Gronk factor, that you can't be hot and smart at the same time. You know?
Yeah,
So
Oh, look
Okay.
at
it turns
that.
out you pulled it out. Kerry Davis was dunce of the week.
Yeah.
So who knew?
Yeah.
You know,
That's not
Rafe,
great.
it's funny that you bring that up because little Birdie told me you said something really mean about Kerry Davis.
Yeah,
I thought
I
that
heard
was
that
King
as well.
Scott.
No.
Yeah.
We
Try
got
to
video
pretend.
evidence
Yeah.
that it came from Rafe.
Yeah.
All you have to do is check your YouTube channel, and you can clearly see who said it.
Well, I'd like to know who the narc is.
I think it's YouTube.
It is.
It's you too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You
not
know what
many,
that evidence and stuff.
not many people just say, "Hey, it's dumbass Davis."
Yeah.
Like that's woo.
He already stuffed me in the ice machine in the break room earlier today and said that there's more where that came from. So,
That's your yellow card.
yeah, we're trying to work it out right now.
So dunce of the week for week number 2 was a former NFL player.
Yeah.
Which is
You know,
wild.
so here's the thing. I think that when I was watching those games, I think we all were under double-digit points. Like, nobody could predict all of the things that took place this weekend. Unfortunately, and I do have a gripe because you mentioned playing the game the right way. I'm still trying to figure out how this point system worked because Jamie and I both had 7. And somehow I got shot. I'm
You see, next to the number
I don't understand
of
that number.
wins, there's a plus.
Yeah, I don't
It's
get
just
it.
made up.
It's an imaginary number that just is placed there.
Scott will draw it out in crayon for
All right,
you.
do
okay?
that, please. That's the best way for me. Bright signs, crayons, I get it that way.
Kerry, just do better. Okay, then you don't have to worry about it.
I got you.
No, he
So-
doesn't, because he's coming at me.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
not
Jamie
coming
get
at-
shot.
Not in front of
This
company.
is what they
We're
want.
2-0.
Not in front of company.
Yeah.
They want this.
Well, you brought it
It's
up.
true.
In
I'm sorry.
fighting.
I apologize.
Hey,
I
I'll be better.
apologize too.
There we go. Good.
Now, with a former Super Bowl champion being the worst out of all of us here,
Yeah, dumbass.
I do want to recognize.
There it is again.
I do want to recognize the winner of the week.
And
And
she's
will the
right
winner of
here.
the week please stand up?
Wow.
I'm
That's
standing
right.
up.
Everyone pays applause.
Yes.
She is
Yes.
actually standing.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Get her a milk crate.
It's,
So-
guys, it couldn't have gone better. I had the Falcons winning it all. Who
Oh,
knew
boy.
that was going to happen?
Not us.
I did get out my amethyst crystals and my smoky quartz, and I had some moon water left over from the last full moon, and I just drenched those things down, and that's
Nice.
how I won this week. So
Now,
thank you.
Learn, I know you guys have a very early show. Did you realize what went down in that game?
No, I was completely unaware. I
Okay.
woke up with the news.
You were a minute 30. 1 minute 30 seconds away from
It doesn't matter.
getting shot.
Listen, dude. She already told you she whispered Kirk Cousins into a dream catcher before she went to sleep,
I did.
and they won. That's how it works.
That's what Anthony's going to start doing.
Yeah,
big
he
time.
probably-
Yeah, it didn't work until about the fourth quarter, but either way, nice job,
Hey,
Learn.
magic happens whenever. It's
Yeah,
not
right,
on a
that's
time
right.
See,
limit.
what
I
you guys
agree.
need, I think, is a
Yeah.
witch
I've
on
had
your
some
team.
magic happen in some weird places.
You know what I'm talking about.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a witch, a full-blown witch on our
we don't-
team. So
Well, last season I really sucked at this, and I said no more. And honestly, like I used to, when I was on Casey with you, man, I used to do Mike Matheny's horoscopes to find out if the Cardinals were going to win the games or not. And I got really good at his astrology. And I'm going to bring all that type of energy to this show, to this NFL season. So
Nice
buckle
job.
we're
up.
here for it.
Yes.
You
And
should
we're gonna
use
benefit.
a little bit of that for the Cardinals, too.
Oh.
They're a lost cause.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah,
Very
not
fair,
even a
yeah.
witch could write that
Yeah.
shit.
Don't put good money into a bad investment.
I
I'm with
agree.
you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Well, congratulations, Lauren.
Thank you.
And you deserve all the accolades.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I appreciate
Well done.
it.
So out here at Scott Airforce Base, I love coming out here, but there are rules on the base when you get here. Very strict speed limits. One of us got pulled over on the base on our way to the exchange. And can you guys out in the audience guess which one of us got pulled over? Did somebody say King Scott? No, not King Scott.
I'm such a good driver. I wouldn't dare be in that situation.
Such a pure heart.
Such a sweet boy.
King Scott got pulled over.
Turns out you're not allowed to drink and drive out here. I had to
Oh, my goodness.
no, didn't know.
Yeah, Scott rolled a stop sign.
Yeah, it was pretty serious.
So you rolled the stop sign right outside here, right?
Yeah, it's right out, the one right in front of us here.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, and I had to pee real bad. You're just so close to the bathroom and sitting there forever. And I didn't even know what I did at first. And the cop came over. She asked for my ID, and then she told me what I did, the terrible crime I committed. And
You got mouthy.
I got mouthy, got in a fight, so I get to go to jail here in a little bit. It's going to be fun.
After the broadcast?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they let me do this first, so I thought that was very kind
A
of them.
stop sign in a parking lot.
That's being
I'm a rebel,
That's being
man.
monitored.
Listen, rules
good use of
rules
that.
are rules.
Rules are
Rules
rules.
They
is
are.
rules.
Rules are rules. You know.
I don't think it helped that he flashed his supplement superstore card at us.
Member since 2011.
I understand.
I'm a frequent buyer.
Long-standing member of the First Form Army was not a good thing to lead with,
Yeah.
brother.
No,
No, if that would have happened, the nightstick would have come out.
As it should.
All right, step out of the car, sir.
no, she was thankfully very, very nice and let me go, so I appreciate that.
All right, good.
No ticket.
Scott is a man of great faith and patience, and I think most of us up here have hairpin triggers, don't we?
For the most part, yeah. We're not very good at holding back.
No. We all played youth sports, right, when we were younger? All of us?
Yep.
Rafe, you were what? Would you play?
I was young, yes. I played them all. There was a time. I was also a child, yes. I played them all. I played baseball, whatever my dad wanted me to play, which was all of them. He was hanging his hopes and dreams constantly on his child, and it had horrible ramifications. I'm a stand-up comedian today. So, I played baseball, basketball, football, that was the only three sports that were allowed in Southern Illinois. there's budgetary problems. We couldn't afford a javelin. You know what I mean? You kind of had to play the 3 mainstream sports. So, but I played them all. Yeah.
And Scott, what did you play when you were younger?
I was basketball, did some baseball and soccer.
All right, Moon, you
But
were
mainly basketball.
Baseball and soccer for me.
baseball and soccer. Learn.
I was a softball, volleyball, and soccer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marsh, you played baseball,
Hockey and baseball.
hockey, and baseball.
Let's
And
see.
Kara, you played.
I actually played everything.
Oh, did
growing
you?
up. Yeah, I played soccer, basketball, baseball, football, and
Gymnastics.
did a little bit of all. Did
the
a-
rhythmic
oh,
gymnastics.
Yeah. Ribbon dancing.
twirler.
He's
I was
great
a
with the
twirler.
ribbon.
High dive.
Stalter, what'd you play?
I was football and baseball.
Football and baseball. You,
Basketball.
you played.
Tennis.
I did. I played all. Tennis, baseball, basketball, football, and hockey.
You know, my favorite, my kids play sports. My daughter's a cheerleader. My son plays hockey, and I love going to the games, and not just to watch what's going on the ice, but I love watching the parents.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Some of there's 2 games going on. There's what's going on the ice, and there's what's going on in the stands. My son's team played Webster Grove's team on Saturday night, and it's a high school hockey game. And, you got students there, and the students start, jaw-jacking some of the parents. And, as a parent, you're supposed to be above that, right? You're supposed to be the adult. There was one parent from the Webster Grove side that was making slashing, like a slashing motion to the Lafayette High School kids.
It's a proud moment.
Yeah. There was a game a couple years ago, and I think, Jamie, actually, you were in the studio with us. We were watching my son's hockey team play, and a parent tried to jump on the ice.
Yeah.
What?
A parent opened the door and tried to run out on the ice. I think it was at the referee or something.
Yeah.
It was unreal. We were watching it in real
We
time.
were watching it in real time.
So hockey parents.
Hockey parents, and
Oh.
man,
Listen,
can you?
that's all sports though.
Is
it?
Yeah, football too. Like I coached football for 6 years, and I would have parents yelling from the bleachers about what we should be calling and their son should be playing. I'm like, he doesn't know what he. I would embarrass you. Like your son doesn't know what he's doing.
Nice.
I'm not putting him in.
Hell yeah.
Your son can't catch.
He can't. He doesn't know what he's doing. Now he's over there like.
You're glad he's got a uniform.
Dad, shut up! No, let him keep talking.
Carrie would make an example. He'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
walk over there, and he'd throw a football and hit him right in the face with it. See?
That's why he's not playing.
Your boy can't catch.
I can barely see.
I always
Stone
laugh.
hands.
Riz, you'll know this very well. Is there's the hockey dads who got to be so close to the action they can't help themselves, so they stand up next to the glass.
Yeah. Okay.
And I used to call them the glass foggers. And you could always tell whose kid was playing the worst by how big the patch of fog was in front of them. Because they're trying to coach their kid, and they're yelling, the kid can't hear anything, but the fog bubble just keeps getting bigger and bigger on the glass. And so I would have a meeting when I was coaching. I'd have a meeting with the parents every year at the beginning of the season and just say, hey, listen, I've been hired to be your coach. You guys all had an opportunity to be a head coach. You all had an opportunity to put your name in the hat and be the coach of this team. You didn't take it, or you weren't good enough, one of the two. So I will coach your kid. If I see you guys in the stands doing the hand signals, the ears, the indicator, the arm, like trying to talk to little Bobby on the ice and tell him what to do, I'm going to sit your kid. He's not going to play. Because if he's listening to you, coach, then he's not getting any better. Trust me.
Yeah.
And so that'd be like that. And then like kids would know, like, hey, they tell their mom, their dad, nope, don't, quiet.
Yeah. As a coach, to deal with the parents,
Oh.
I mean, it's got to be the worst part of it. Kind of takes away from what you're doing, for the love of the game, and you want to teach kids a good sportsmanship, and you want to impart your knowledge onto the youth.
Yeah.
But the parents are the ones that ruin it.
That's a good.
They do.
That's
They
a good
make it hard.
precedent to say, because then you got 7 and 8 year olds walking their parents into the game, going, "Remember, Mom, have fun. have fun up there, okay?"
Just rude.
Well, now at the hockey rinks, most of them now have giant bars. Like,
Yes. What a great idea.
what a great idea.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, so if you go to the Maryville University Hockey Center, I see Jamie up there all the time. They have a giant bar,
It's
and
great.
parents show up like they'll drop their kids off an hour before the game, and they will start boozing.
They'll punch in. Here we go.
And the bartenders are like, should I run your card? No, open a tab.
I'm gonna be here a while.
I'm going to be here a while.
Like, what could go wrong? Adults that are drinking at a youth sports event
Yeah.
where the referee might be bad.
Yeah.
Maybe some kid hits your kid too hard. I have seen so many people that are like buzzed, to say the least, or even being generous, and then they're down there and they're throwing things. And bad decisions are being made on the fly.
Well, as a parent, you guys have Carrie and Jamie both have older kids, and Moon, when your kids were playing youth sports, did you as a parent have to hold back from making your opinions known?
So I was always coaching for my boys that played hockey. I was the coach. I was on the other side. Now, I did experience, and I still experience being a parent when my daughter plays soccer. But I am so relaxed. Like, I've done the whole,
just pop a gummy and
I sit there sometimes, feet up, and I'm like, listening to parents go crazy, and I'm like, guys, breathe. One, the referee's getting paid $20 for this game.
Yeah.
Do you think he cares or she cares about who wins? Nobody has money on this game.
Right.
Like, let's just pause a little bit and enjoy. But that doesn't seem to work.
I imagine your daughter's soccer coach, Ted, who's not a former NHL enforcer, trying the same speech on you. And he's like, I'm an accountant by day, but you either weren't good enough for this job or you didn't put your hat in the ring. So sit your ass down. And not having the same quiet effect on the parents.
No, but I would respect it because I've been on the other side. And if somebody come up to me and say, hey, man, I'd be like, yeah, cool, I got you.
I don't know about you guys, but there's always like one dad that would take it a step further, that would like isolate himself from the other parents. There's always that one dad who would he'd sit in the lawn chair on the right field line and just yell at his son while he was pitching. Like, Scotty! Give him the heater, Scotty! And we're just like, dude, this sucks for this kid. He's like ready to cry. He hated his whole life.
It's always the same guy that's got like the red and white cooler.
He wasn't waiting for a bar to get built. Scotty's dad brought the bar with him.
Got my own snow cone right here.
Yeah. And there's always like, my dad was that dad. Sometimes he would sit across during basketball games. The parents would sit up, and he would sit like in the student section by himself. And then I'd be on the free throw line. I could just hear him, and I'm like, I hate you. I literally hate you. He'd be like giving it, and it was like, they almost become the star of the show. There's always like the one parent that'll take it the next level of like, they're not just up in the bleachers yelling. It's not the mob, like little things getting lobbed out of you from the mob. They single themselves out off to the side.
Oh, yeah, they want to be heard.
Yeah. Well, do you guys want to know what the next level is? I know everybody from the Rizz Show, we did the story this morning, but the next level of being a parent who has no self-control when their kid is playing a youth sport, and I brought this up this morning, it's the parents can get out of control easier because it's the fact that it's their kid that's playing and not some random athlete. So they, quote-unquote, have some kind of skin in the game, so maybe they're a little more amped up. But this is out of Maryland, and this is one of the wildest stories I've ever heard. So a guy was upset that his kid wasn't getting as much playing time as he thought his son deserved. And instead of having a mature, one-on-one adult conversation with the coach about it, maybe after the game, the man took what you'd call the low road, and he went about it the most incorrect way that you possibly can. So he was so upset that his kid was not playing that he pulled out a gun and pointed it at the face of the coach and said, quote, "You better put my son in the game."
Wow.
Wow.
And guess what? It all worked out fine.
And he did put him in the game, and the kid, little Thatcher, I mean, he got the game-winning three-pointer.
Like,
no way.
And they won the state championship.
It was like a Teen Wolf montage.
Awesome. The dad
Win in the end. It was playing, and everything was fine.
And it all worked out, guys.
I doubt that.
Dad knew.
I had so my first year coaching, I coached at Hazel Central. My first year coaching, we had a kid who didn't tell me that he had a doctor's appointment. We had a game on it was a Thursday afternoon. So he had a doctor's appointment, left school, didn't show up to pregame workout, our pregame stuff until like 4:30, and we started the game at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Didn't know where he was. He showed up like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, okay, can I get dressed? No, I don't know where you've been. I don't even know why you weren't here.
Mm-hmm.
We had school. I don't know why you weren't here. He didn't dress, wasn't going to play. Halftime comes, and me and my coaching staff are walking into the locker room, and a mother, walks through the gate onto the field, past the security guard, past the police officer, just walks right onto the field and starts screaming at one of my assistant coaches. I'm like, who is that lady? What is she? I've never seen her before. Who are you? I'm his mother. Why is my son not dressed? Oh, security, can you come get her? I don't even have to answer you. So end up the security did not come get her.
Oh, nice.
I end up cussing him out. I ended up getting suspended for cussing the security guard out for not doing his job. The next day, she comes and gets into the school, I don't know how, and she's there apologizing to me. I'm like, ma'am, how are you able to bypass security in the manner
I know
in
what
which
she's
you
doing.
are?
She's bringing a ladder with her. She's carrying a ladder, and if you carry a ladder, you get in anyway.
She was
Grappling
literally
down from
standing
the
in front. I'm like,
ceiling.
what are you doing?
Who wants to tell Carrie
how are you
Davis that
here?
he sees ghosts?
No, she was there.
Can she
I was
handle?
talking to her.
Can she handle the ball? Because it seems like
I
she
mean,
can get away from
probably
anybody.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, no defense can stop her.
If her son was that good, he'd have been dressed. So
Well,
She apologized?
yeah, she came and apologized the next day.
My thinking with
I don't
this
know how she got
basketball
to school.
situation is, what does the dad think is going to happen? Like he sticks a 9mm loaded,
Going to prison.
loaded in the coach's face and says, "You better put my son in." Does he think that they're going to stop the game and put the son in, and that's it? He could walk back to his reholster his gun and then walk back to his seat.
That
He
kid
totally
will.
thought that.
He will never make another team.
Well,
Every coach is going to go. Oh,
Or
no
he'll make
thanks.
every team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Kid's
never
good
told
under pressure.
I never told you. I never told you how old the kid was.
Oh, how
We're
old?
talking 5th grade
Oh,
basketball.
man.
This was at an elementary school, which
It
makes
changes
it
everything for you
which
guys.
makes it
Not great.
even a little better.
What? Oh man.
Is it weird that I jumped to like an evaluation standpoint? Like, what was this coach doing? This kid could obviously play. Why did
He
he
can
take,
ball, huh?
Why did it take a gun in the face? to get in, you know what I mean?
my question is
Scouting for the
how
Cardinals.
bad was the kid that he still didn't get in at
Yeah,
gunpoint?
right.
Coach is like, you're going to have to do
You're
it
gonna
because
have
he
to
sucks.
do it. I'm not losing this
Yeah.
damn game.
Pull the trigger, man. Don't talk about it. Be about it because he ain't going in.
Go ahead. Take your shot.
Well, he just a little follow-up here. He was just sentenced to 8 years in prison
Oh,
for
that's it
For him.
Only 8, huh?
Idiot.
Only 8.
That's what I said, Jamie. I go, only 8? I said, put him in there for 20.
That's ridiculous.
Good news, made the prison basketball team.
That's good.
He's the coach.
They make. I was going to say, make him coach that team.
Man, I mean, that as far as parents getting out of control at youth sports, that is the best that I've heard.
Like fifth
That's
grade,
a
they're
lot.
still figuring it out. Like they're not going to want to play it again. Little kids, they'll say, "I don't want to play soccer again," and then they'll switch to basketball. So that's a waste. You do that when they're in high school, when it's really starting
When
to
it
get
counts,
serious.
right.
Wait,
And you-
Well,
are you telling
scholarship
me
is
there's
on the
a
line.
time and a place for that,
I
Larry?
know,
she's
and
saying.
it's high
Okay.
school.
Everyone knows gunplay is high school.
I just wanted to make sure what I was hearing was.
Clarification.
Yeah, okay.
Now, for the two former pro players, every parent thinks when the kid is born and they're a sports fan, their kid is going to be in the pros, right?
Of course.
What are the odds? We're trying to look this up. I think for basketball, the odds of a youth basketball player making the pros is .009. Wow. Do you know what the odds are? And we got two guys on this dais here that beat the odds.
I don't know what the odds are for NFL. I think the odds are higher. Not much higher, but higher because there are more spots available.
Seems like they're 1 in 9.
Yeah.
Looking at this
But no, I think that's obviously your dream and your goal and your aspiration when you're a child. You have that as a goal for you and to make it there. And it's a lot of hard work. It's not easy. I was an undrafted rookie, so I was not highly drafted, and I had to work hard to get to that level and to stay at that level.
All right, Moon's got the number.
I got the numbers. So out of NCAA football players, so if you've already made it to the college level, 1.6% of them.
And that's already make it to NCAA, though.
That's from NCAA play. From high school, .023.
0.023.
Wow.
.023.
Yeah, it's not good. Those are not good odds.
Congrats.
Nice job.
That is
David.
so
Nice
cool.
job. Kerry
Hey,
Davis,
well,
everybody.
Kerry Davis.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
And what about for NHLer Jamie Rivers?
I don't know. I know it's right down there. It's in the 1%-ish or a little
If
bit
you make it to
from like youth hockey or high school, whatever, to the NHL. From junior hockey or college, I don't know. It's probably pretty close to what the NFL had there. But yeah, like Kerry said, it's a lot of hard work, and there's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be people that doubt you, and there's going to be people that want to take your job. And even at a young age, when I was playing junior hockey, like I left home at 15 years old to go play against men, Like, I remember one of my teammates was 21 years old. He had a live-in girlfriend and a kid, and he drove a cab. I, like, roll up to the rink, and this guy comes in a cab. I'm like, oh, this must be one of the coaches. No, it's your teammate. It's like, holy crap, and you're out there, and when you're playing, like, you don't have an age tag on you that says, hey, by the way, I'm only 15. Be nice to me. They look at you as a massive threat. The young guy, he thinks he's cool. Hey, let's go bash his face in. And so you gotta become a man in a hurry at those moments, and it's tough. You're living away from home and things like that. So I imagine the number's probably pretty low.
Moon's got the number?
According to recent numbers, D1 college players, about 2%, just under 2%, will make it to the NHL.
So if you make it to a D1 hockey school.
Yeah. Yeah, right here they're saying the odds right now are about 1 in 4,000. So do the math because I don't.
1 in 4,000.
Wow.
That's why, for me,
incredible.
athletes, it's crazy. You beat the odds, and it's natural skill gets you very, very far. You can only learn so much. You can only be taught so much on how to play a sport,
For me, I think the main thing, I talk to people a lot. I mean, the talent, when you get to a certain level, everybody has talent. Like people laugh at the 15th man on a basketball roster. That man is probably one of the best players you'll ever come across, even though he's not playing in the NBA on that team night after night, but he can hoop. And so I think the thing that separates people is the mentality. Jamie and I talk about that all the time. Are you willing to continue to go forward when you're in pain, when you don't feel like doing the work? I mean, I've had so many injuries where I was telling these guys, they asked me, like, what's my worst injury? I had a torn labrum, and I was in Tampa. I was on the practice squad, and every time I hit somebody, every time I blocked somebody, I would literally cry. Like I was in that much pain.
What a puss.
That's why they call it a labrum.
Oh, boy.
Kerry's going to beat the hell out of everybody today.
I know. Not with that shoulder, he's not.
We know your weaknesses.
But it was so painful, but I couldn't do anything, right? I couldn't, like I bench pressed 400 pounds. I couldn't get the bar, a 45-pound bar off my chest. Like I literally got one arm up and the other one just stayed there because it was torn. And so, but you have to be able to continue to go through it. And
I'm not going to pass that up. You bench 400 pounds?
Yeah,
he tried to slip that in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He just tried to slip that in all humble.
I squatted about almost 800, so.
Damn. Let's go around. What do you bench, Rizz? What's up with you?
How much the bar weigh?
Okay.
45.
Well, I want to put that into learns. So how many learns can you bench? That's how we.
I weigh 130. So
that's how we
everybody can
measure
probably
weight.
bench me.
Like how many learns is that? That's like, if my math is correct, that's a little more than 2 learns.
That's incredible.
That you could bench.
What are the numbers for the radio guys, to make it on air?
Well,
and
I was
going to
say, Moon, look this up.
What about 0.007?
It's got to be low.
What are the odds of somebody growing up and getting paid handsomely to talk about farts for 4 hours a day?
Yeah. Or
let's see.
paid semi-handsomely. What are those numbers?
Or ugly.
Paid handsomely.
Well, let's talk about farts then.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Well, no,
Well,
Anthony
I walked into a conversation earlier before we got on air. I walked into the conversation.
You were
and
intrigued by it.
I was minding my own damn business.
Well,
and I
apparently
heard,
you were.
Yeah, apparently
well,
it wasn't.
listen,
No, you weren't.
this is what I heard. So if me and you are in the shower and you farted, how are you going to respond? And it's these two talking to one another. And I'm like, wait a minute. How the hell are y'all in the shower together, and why are you farting?
Don't worry about it.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're in a hot shower,
Yeah.
and Anthony decides.
One shower head, not a two-head shower.
Yeah, it's a one. We're rotating.
Are
Right now.
you
Speedo?
going back and forth?
We're doing the car wash. Get wet, get soapy, get wet, get soapy. That whole thing.
That's
No, listen,
Car
there's
wash.
science involved in this. When
Yeah.
when you fart in the shower, something happens with the molecules. You
Smell
see,
molecules,
it's the fart molecules.
It's osmosis.
And they by osmosis, and they attach themselves to the steam,
That's right.
and it amplifies
That's right.
The
the
stank.
the stank,
Yep.
which is I think the term they use.
Yeah.
By 150%.
Yeah.
It turns the
Absolutely.
bubbles brown. It's disgusting.
Oh.
Yeah.
It stinks
Now,
moist
if you
in there.
if you fart in the shower, are you more susceptible to giving yourself pink eye?
Yes.
Oh,
Good question. I love this.
As long as you bring a pillow into the shower with you.
Don't rub your eye.
But I'm trying to wash, so I could be unintentionally just rubbing a fart into my eyes.
Yes, absolutely. You got to be careful out
Got to
there.
be careful.
Yeah.
Now, does it depend on where you're farting? Because if you're farting away from the shower,
But it's going to go off the wall. It's like a backboard.
will it bounce back? Gotcha.
Who in their right mind is farting into the stream? You know, it's always behind. You are facing the shower head.
Well, when you got two people in there.
Yeah, really not much option.
Right.
I'm not turning my back to Anthony. That's for sure. I'd rather sword fight than have the alternative. Okay,
hey,
I'm
whatever,
just saying.
Well, and listen, just
Well, tell him the Dennis Rodman story where he has his tattoo and where you have your tattoo. So it makes
Dennis
sense.
and
you showered with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
Almost.
a couple times. Dennis and I
Do
became,
tell.
Well, Dennis and I became friends from a mutual acquaintance.
I'd say.
And
Very close friends.
Was it
Yeah.
Carmen Electra? Or
no,
who's the
it was
mutual
another person that will remain nameless at this point.
Okay.
No, not that one. So Dennis and I, when I'd go to play in L.A., we'd meet up, whatever. Dennis is obviously a very recognizable
Yes.
person. So he comes by the hotel. We're staying at the Lowe's Santa Monica. Right there, you can the boardwalk, all that's beautiful. Well, Dennis shows up with rollerblades. And he's like, let's go rollerblading.
A man after Rizz's heart.
Yeah, Rizz will love this. He rollerbladed during 9/11, dude.
Hero.
Dude. And
Literally.
so I'm looking at this guy. He's 7 feet tall on rollerblades, and he's got tattoos and colorful hair. And I'm like, I'm rollerblading next to him. Nobody's even noticing. I'm rollerblading. So I'm like, yeah, let's go rollerblading. So we're rollerblading down the boardwalk right into Venice Beach. And then Dennis goes, oh, hey, we should get a tattoo. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, man.
I don't care. And so he's covered in tattoos and whatnot. And then I have a tramp stamp, okay?
So do I.
It's,
You-
yeah.
So do I.
So does Moon.
It was called a back tattoo when I got it.
Yeah.
It evolved into a tramp stamp somehow.
We're the three amigos.
Yeah. And so I got this, like, celestial sun with some, like, tribal and whatnot.
Awesome.
Dennis looks at it. And he goes, I like that. He goes, I'm going to do the same thing. But he goes, I want it around my belly button. So if you look at Dennis Rodman and you see a picture of him, the tattoo he has around his belly button
I've seen that.
is
that
the same
tattoo.
one I have on my lower
I
back.
love
So
this.
Kerry laughs because
When
he's
they
like,
come together, it activates.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's an eclipse.
when they come together, I sing a really high note.
Man, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Very, yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah,
man. What
that's,
spirit is summoned when that happens?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's,
man.
Oh yeah, what demon?
this evolution of this thing.
Oh, my goodness.
No, because I wanted to talk about farting on an airplane.
Oh.
And yes, I know.
Oh, that's a given, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, it's
Yeah, it
almost.
is.
I mean, how do they know it's you?
They don't.
And I mean,
Well, I mean,
they
It's
know.
the honor system.
Depends on how bad it smells.
There's no honor on an airplane.
Nobody
No.
knows where
You're
it came
farting
from.
into that cushion. You're hoping it's absorbed nicely. Then when you get up to leave, it's like,
Well, what I read this morning was if you're on a flight and you smell coffee, like you're like, man, it really smells like coffee on this plane. That is like an emergency hack for flight attendants. If it smells like an overabundance of colon on the airplane,
Ew.
they will brew a strong pot of coffee
No kidding.
to
Not a
come.
bad idea.
I appreciate
like
that.
that.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank
That
them
is-
for their service.
That
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, instead of we've all been on a plane where somebody's ripped one and you see like 4 rows go
Yeah. So if that happens and I scream out, hey,
coffee.
excuse me, could you brew some coffee back here, please? They're going to know the code.
And you can always tell, too, because there'll be a row of people that all of a sudden they're adjusting their
Oh, yeah.
airflow like
Yeah.
a certain way.
And this makes sense because every flight I take, I always smell coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I must have been on there.
Yeah, there was a story. A traveler bought a rather odoriferous bag of Chick-fil-A on board, and when the flight attendant came by to collect the garbage, crushed up a bag of coffee grounds, opened the overhead bin, and put the bag directly like over the guy who had the smelly Chick-fil-A.
I thought it was supposed to be more ventilation on an airplane. Like the first couple of years people started flying after COVID, they're like, it's the best air you can breathe because we're ventilating everything. So you're telling me that the fart is staying around in the cabin. It's not the best ventilation because now they have to brew a pot of coffee.
The fart is way stronger than COVID.
That's a good point.
COVID's been around since, what, 2019? Farts have been around for a long time.
and you know what it is? It's the pressure and the altitude does something to your intestines.
For sure.
That
I feel like you're going to come clean about something here right now. I feel like
he does have that look on his face.
He's working to a point where he can let out his fart story and not feel bad.
No, we've all tooted on planes.
I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I have not.
That's a lie.
Who said that? I have.
I've never done that.
Oh, I wear
It's
it like
a
a
natural.
I've taken a
it does
dump on a
something.
plane, but I've never.
Oh, I've never done that
I've
either.
never
Oh, I
farted
have.
because, like, I will hold it in. Okay, women are strong.
You've never
we will
farted on a
hold
plane.
It in for the
But you
entire
don't.
flight. Yeah, that was an
Rafe Williams.
emergency
Rafe
situation.
Dean Williams.
Dude, I have protocols in place when I fly. I will personally, I'll get psychotic, which is a grade 3 narcotic that they sell at GNC that will clean you out so quickly. It's a pre-workout that will immediately empty your bowels. I take that. I'm clean. I'm good to fly. I don't eat nothing. I don't drink nothing until I reach my destination. I've never pooped on a plane, and that may be the thing I'm most proud of in my life.
Scott, I mean, come on, man.
I used to poop on every flight I could because it's so fun. You're like, man, I'm so high up above
Right.
everybody pooping.
It's the mile high.
But yeah,
He's in a closet.
but no, I've definitely dude, breaking wind on a plane is great.
The best, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I want to copy the airplane. It's breaking wind. I'm breaking wind. We're
You
all
know
good.
me, man. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm living life. I'm going to live it up there like I live it down here.
Right. I mean, what a miracle. We're in a flying tube.
Cool. I'm in a place
Fart
where
capsule.
there's 2 jet engines covering the sound, so I have nothing to worry about. I'm not even going to take my earbuds
You
out
can
to hear if
easily
I'm being
blame it on
loud.
somebody
Oh, my
else.
Lord.
What are you
That's
talking
why you
about?
have fingers.
Oh, about farting on a plane?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, like, Carrie, come on. We flew with our teammates and
Yeah.
things like that. There is a lot of farting going on.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's amongst teammates. I'm
Yeah.
talking on a commercial.
Yeah, but
plane.
sometimes you forget, and you're amongst general population, and you're sitting there, and you got your music going, and I was thinking, like, "Rrrr,"
Like, uh-oh.
and you're like, sorry, sir,
Nobody knows, though.
that's not my teammate.
Listen, I was on an LL flight out of Haifa, and I farted so the airbags came down.
Oh my God.
You fart on a Spirit flight, everybody hears it because it's plastic seats. They don't even have panic.
Now, I'm not stomaching any lasagna right before on purpose. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Marsh, come on.
Oh, I'm the type to tell people that I farted. Like,
You'll
I will.
You'll ring the flight
I'll be like,
attendant.
my bad, guys. Like, I farted. Because I don't want
Plane
anyone.
orchestra cast.
I don't want anyone thinking, oh man, that guy.
Yeah, you don't want the game.
You own it.
That guy must have farted. If I just say, hey, dude, I'm sorry, I farted. They're like, you know what? I kind of respected that you actually told me.
Yep.
Forgive me.
And then it smells really bad, and then I'm like, all right, my bad,
Moon,
my bad.
That guy in high school that
Yeah.
farted and owned it and then got all the chicks, that's March.
Marsh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
That
tell
helps.
them that story.
I can't say that's how my life has gone, but
So
Have you
congrats to
tried,
whoever.
though?
I have not, though,
See?
so I mean, I think I'm good for now.
imagine in high school. I don't know. For me, if I farted in front of a chick in high school, my life would be over.
Mortification.
Mortified. I would probably move schools.
I almost did in 8th grade next to Trisha. I knew that gal that my
Frickin'
whole life.
Trisha.
Never spoke to her. Not a word after. We were science partners, in a plastic chair, and it just happened. I'm sorry.
And probably the the concaveness of the chair
Yeah.
amplified.
Just a moment of
It's
lost
like having
control.
a subwoofer underneath you.
It just did a rap. It went rap, and I was like, oh! And I looked, and we made eye contact, and I never spoke to her again. I couldn't. How could I?
And she told all her friends.
This was 8th grade, so another 4.5 years went by, and I never was able to look her in the eye. I'm not kidding. And I knew this gal since kindergarten. I never looked her in the eye. It was mortifying. And then,
How tall was she?
She was way taller than I was. And then 9th grade comes around, so the next year, and this kid that I had played soccer with for years, he's like, soccer stud, dude. And I've told the story a couple times, so much, in fact, that he actually texted me and said that he wants to know when he's going to be on the guest to the show. Due to his farts being brought up so often.
Wow.
This guy in cooking class with all these beautiful gals around, it's 9th grade, hormones are really starting to kick in. You would never, ever do that in front of the public. He ripped it. And he went, and I thought, well, his life
His
is
life
over.
is over. Now he's with me.
I just witnessed John's social life die in this moment. What's going to happen? And everybody went, nah, this is John. and he was just a stud. This dude dated everybody. He was a stud. It never went away. And I just went, I officially don't understand the planet. I don't understand. If this happened to me, it'd be over.
If I fart in front of a woman, it's over. Like
Yeah.
I'm moving to a different state. And how when your buddy John farts in front of a woman, everybody's laughing, and it's just John.
I think it's how you handle it.
He
I think
gained.
that-
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I
He
think
gained
if you
so
get
much
panicked, people are like, whoa. But if you're just like, yep, farting horse is a working horse. Let's go. Like,
So what you're saying is fart confidently.
yeah, own it.
Be like Marsh.
Don't be afraid to lead
Yeah.
and let everybody know.
He had fart confidence, man. It was
Fart
just
confidence.
exceptional.
Well, you just make the joke. You're like, uh-oh, I almost crapped my pants. They're like, haha, that's funny.
That's
He almost
awesome.
just crapped his pants, but really he farted.
Do you want to go on a date?
The Billy Madison effect when he did the.
Marsh is so good looking that when he farts, the flight attendant escorts him to the cockpit, and they just let him fly the plane for 30 minutes.
Would you like-
While coffee's
annoying.
brewing.
Yeah.
In the back.
Somebody gets thrown out of first class. You've been demoted back to coach.
You have to go sit in his fart seat.
What's your prerequisite? I just had to fart.
That's it.
That's
They
it.
should have.
No. You had to fart confidently.
That's
There you
true.
go.
That's
That's
true.
Yeah, because if I did it, if I broke wind,
Yeah,
my
no.
face would turn red. Yes. I can't fart confidently.
You're pushing
That's what
too
it
hard.
is.
Now, how do you guys handle, just out of curiosity, how do you guys handle farting in the studio?
Doesn't
don't
happen.
It doesn't happen.
Guys,
That-
you
No,
cannot,
there's a
not
fart
one of
pact.
you can say you haven't.
Yeah, they all can.
No.
Definitely.
Riz,
He
Have
won't
not.
let us.
there's
Yeah.
no way. There's no way Jeff Burton back in the day didn't rip
He would
ass.
leave the studio.
No.
Yeah.
Because dear Jeff, he had digestive issues.
Yes, he did.
And I've smelled Jeff Burton farts. And it is unmistakable. I think maybe because of him, the rule was
Yeah, we had a rule from day one of the show, which was a few months before Jeff came on. So he was told when he came in, hey, listen, there's rules. No office farting, no studio farting. And then, very shortly after, he became known as the Wanderer. He was Jeff the Wanderer. Because every break we'd go, even if the building was still empty, he would start wandering. And it was because he was farting in the
because he
hallway.
was farting up a storm in the hallway.
He was following,
The
rules.
Yeah.
Like the man had Crohn's disease. I mean, it's a disease where you build up, gaseous elements in your
I'm aware.
lower intestine, and when he
Gaseous
let him
stank.
stank.
Yeah.
Which led to a standard. If Jeff Burton can do it, you can do it.
That's
I
right.
like that. Yeah.
We don't really have a rule. Marshy
I
one
think
day
we do.
evacuated the whole room.
I wasn't
Yeah.
there.
Here he goes, I think we
wasn't
do.
There.
Well,
I wasn't there when
It
that
was
happened.
bad.
There was a joke that was going on.
Anthony, you're no saint either.
No, I'm not. No.
So, like-
I mean, hey, I take Marsh's lead on that. I say, listen, guys, it just happened. I don't know what to
He'd
do.
be like, hey, yeah, guys, sorry about that. I just,
Yeah, right.
So
the other day we were like in the you came into the office, Rafe, and it was in the afternoon or something, and it smelled like
Yeah.
somebody had completely like either died or just
It was Jeff.
went
It was
across
Jeff
the
Burton's
entire
ghost.
hallway.
I don't know. Yeah, it must have been, dude, because I was doing some detective work,
It was Marsh.
The joke-
following a sewage smell down the hallway.
I farted so bad. It was one of the. I think it was like my first year that I was on the fast lane. I farted so bad that I ended up taking work off one day. I was actually midway through the show.
Yeah, he farted so bad that we suspended him.
So midway through the show, I leave for like an actual reason to go do like broadcasting, and it was for the Missouri State Hockey the Challenge Cup that year. And so I leave, and these guys, and I'm listening to the show on my way there, and they're like, "Yeah, Marsh went to the bathroom. He's been in there for about 2 hours."
You didn't know he left?
People were texting, like, is Marshy okay? Like,
Why aren't you guys concerned? Like, he's fine.
But like that's the story now. No one they don't think that I actually went somewhere to do a job. They think that I went and did a number 2.
Yeah.
Or you number two'd in your pants and you had to go home.
Yeah.
That is also in play.
And I like that you're spinning this story to try to cover it up still.
Yeah.
You think this
What actually
podcast
happened.
is somehow going to change that for you?
You know, it is what it is.
Learn when you was shut down. You were telling us a story about 4 a.m. and
Oh,
he made
yeah.
you shut it down and said
Oh,
save it
that's
for
right.
the
Yeah.
podcast. I'm kind of curious where that was headed.
Yeah, I mean, so notoriously on the show we've talked about how my husband and I, we don't fart in front of each other. Like, we're quite polite about that. However, at 4 a.m, he's still asleep. I'm in our bathroom. It's quite echoey in there. And so I've just been kind of like letting him rip as like time has gone on and haven't gotten caught or he hasn't said anything. And then literally 2 days ago, I'm in there just like, whoa, like, bass-filled bombs being dropped. And,
Is somebody starting a chainsaw?
and I'm like, I pop out, I'm all done up, and I'm like getting my, I'm like walking to the closet in the dark, and he goes, man, you're really letting him rip in there. Like, from the bed. And I was like, no, that was the cat. So I am trying. The guys, as much as we talk about farting on this show.
I'm proud of you.
And
I'm
you guys
real proud of you.
You're very encouraging about, like, hey, equal rights. Like, you too can rip ass. Like,
I don't
if
fart
you
in front of
want.
my wife.
So when Ashley and I first started
You
dating,
can't afford to.
Yeah, I know. I'm on thin ice as it is.
when Ashley and I first started dating, I had been, separated alone for a while, and so you're at home, like you're in bed, you're half asleep and whatnot. Like you just let it rip. Who cares? Well, this was like one of the first nights that she spends the night at the house, and I don't know, it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I still think in my head, oh, I'm all by myself, and I just like let one go, and as I was farting, I could feel it vibrating off her back into my backside. And so
You reloaded.
oh no, I go, oh crap. I look over, oh, there's a woman in my bed. I'm like, oh, it's Ashley. I just nailed her with a fart. I'm going to pretend it never happened. Let's see if she says anything. Nothing happens. I'm like, okay, back to sleep. I get up in the morning and let the dogs out. She comes walking down. I think I'm in the clear. She goes, hey, nice out last night.
Wow.
She goes, I almost lost a tooth. And I was like, you're a keeper.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can
And
stay.
you fell in love
Yeah.
that morning.
That's beautiful, man.
That
Hey,
poor
raise
woman.
your hand if you took off work for this conversation.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, you know what? I think we got time. What time is it? We got a couple minutes left. I do want to get. We do have some point swag to give away. So we do have a comedian amongst us. King Scott.
Yes.
No offense, Rafe.
None taken. Look up the percentages of making it as a comedian.
So I want to do so King Scott has prepared a bunch of dad jokes. Okay, we all love dad jokes, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's get 3 people from our lovely audience here. So 3 volunteers. Come on up. Yeah, just raise your hand if you want to play a game.
Get up here, Josh.
Flamingo man.
Yeah, come on
Two
up.
more.
We need a woman
One
or
more.
another man.
One
Come
more.
on.
It's not going to be bad. It's not
Come
going to be bad.
on.
All
You're
right.
not going to get hurt.
There we go.
Don't worry, we're not going to fart on you.
All right, Scott. What you're going to do, now you guys have to hold a straight face here. The last to laugh will win a T-shirt. Okay, so this is a try not to laugh contest. And King Scott has some very funny jokes here.
Look at all these I've written.
And I need you all to make eye contact with this man. And he's gonna bombard you.
He's already laughing.
This man, the funniest man on earth, is gonna bombard you with dad jokes. The last to laugh wins.
And if none of you laugh,
Are you watching? You're
the
monitoring?
officer that pulled him over is going to beat the hell out of him in front of everybody.
I'm here for it.
All right, go
staring at
ahead.
me.
King Scott, the floor is yours.
At 8 o'clock yesterday. It was very time-consuming, especially when I went back for seconds.
Nope, that didn't do it.
Okay?
That's terrible.
I wrote these. These are all.
What is going on?
Why did the moron who was trying to lose weight go to the paint store? He was told he could get thinner there.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Learn's loving this.
This is odd.
Did you hear about the fire at the circus? It was intense.
We got a head
You
nod.
hear one groan.
Okay.
I accidentally swallowed a bunch of Scrabble tiles. My poop could spell disaster.
Actually pretty decent. That one was actually pretty decent.
I need to bring this home.
Got carried.
I hate snakes because they don't have feet. I guess you could say I'm lactose intolerant. Let's go on.
What the hell does
Lactose.
that mean?
Lactose.
Lactose, yes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad when we have to explain it.
It's even better. Did you hear about the prisoner who stuttered? He never finished his sentence.
Prison joke. Cool, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Nuts.
Oh, what that hit close to home?
Sorry about that.
Too soon, learn?
I tried to take a picture of myself in a hot shower, but it didn't work. I obviously have self-esteem issues.
These guys are good.
They are. Yeah.
We picked
No, they're not
we
laughing.
No,
picked
they're
the
not.
3 hardest tunes here.
Come on, Scott, pick it up.
People think the stuff you cough up is mucus. It's snot. Okay. I started playing silent tennis, and it's just like regular tennis without the racket.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Did you really write these?
What happens if you replace your rooster with a duck? You wake up at the quack of dawn.
Oh, boo.
I'm
Hey,
glad
you guys are doing great. Only 500 to go.
Okay, here we go.
Someone please crack.
You're
He left it.
smiling.
No, he left it, Rafe.
You're smiling.
He left
He
at
left
a
it
different
right.
joke.
All right,
He's
man.
been laughing at us.
It's part of the rules.
No laughing
Does it
at
count?
all.
No smile.
Yeah.
No smile.
Not even to our
No
reactions.
smiles.
The laugh Nazi has arrived, everyone.
What do Eskimos order at Taco Bell? Burritos.
That's not the preferred. That's not the preferred nomenclature.
Sorry, Taco Bell. A guy threw frozen fish and it hit me in the ear. Now I'm herring and peared.
Okay, next.
I opened a shoe store for NBA players, and that was no small feat.
Learns out.
This game is built for
Learning Rizz has been out for a while.
Why did Waldo go to the therapist? He wanted to find himself.
Man, leave Waldo out of this.
What do you get when? What do you get from
smiling.
a pampered cow? Spoiled milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
You'll get him next time.
Yeah. What do you call an obese psychic? A fortune teller.
Marsh like that?
He did. Thank you, Marsh. Finally, someone laughed. Is there a cure for my kleptomania? If there is, I'd love to take it. Go ahead.
Again, did you really write these?
You like them all?
Yeah.
Thank you. My wife told me, don't get so upset when people call you fat. You're much bigger than that.
Oh, man.
That guy, not only was he not laughing, he was saying no to all of your jokes. Tell the fat wife joke, and he's out of here.
Thank you. Why'd the comics stop telling unemployment jokes? Because most of them didn't work.
Kind of like what's happening
Yeah,
to you
right now.
this
This is
right
appropriate.
now.
I took a job filming kitchen cookware, but it didn't pan out.
oh boy.
The pan joke?
Okay.
He goes, okay. Now he's starting to see it as a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, work on your delivery. Let's see what happens.
The sporting goods store is having a sale on canoes. It's quite a deal. It's quite. Screw that one up.
Yeah,
try it
get your
again.
papers straight.
It's quite an ordeal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's quite a deal.
It's quite a deal. Quite a deal, or. By the way, if you ever fondle a dwarf, you've reached a new low.
God, dude. Scott.
He's
Scott's
gone.
working on
Hey, Josh, good
That was
job.
painful.
Woo!
Nice catch.
That was great.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Excellent
you.
job.
Nice.
Thank you. Good job, King
Wonderful
Scott.
Thank you.
contestant. Terrible.
Good job, dude.
Glad I wrote all these.
I enjoyed the 4chan joke.
Fortune.
We know
I
you
like
did.
the Scrabble one.
We got to shut this podcast down because you guys got to do your Fast Lane show in a little bit. Any final words from the Fast Lane? Excellent. Good job.
This is good. We got 4 hours to talk. None of us has anything to say.
What are we
No,
gonna
I think we covered a lot of farts and things like that.
What are we
And
talking about today? We're talking Cardinals. What are we
Oh
talking?
God, no.
God.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Hey, we're
It
talking
has
about them.
become painful.
You're just over it? No talk?
Yeah.
We talk football now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
Football season.
Walker had a home run.
We might even talk farts instead of
Nice.
Cardinals,
Yeah.
like, honestly.
Might take a segment.
No, so it's football
A lot of
season.
football,
we got hockey
blues,
season
yeah.
coming up.
Yep.
Yep. We always have to talk a little Cardinals, even though they're.
They won yesterday.
Yeah, no, they're
kind.
rolling right now.
They're almost
They're
back to
rolling.
500.
Yeah,
2 in a row.
2 in a row.
Two
if they
in a
win,
row.
If they win tonight, it's called a winning streak.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right on.
next
happened
stop
before.
World Series, right?
Yeah.
Little League.
Probably.
No.
Well, listen, congratulations. Fast Lane up 2-0 in the Rizz Show Fast Lane Pick'em Challenge. I think it's going to be a good season.
Yeah,
Me too.
we're going to compete.
Who gets shot the most? You guys think?
Not me.
Probably
Not me.
me, I would say.
You weren't shot the most last year.
I think I
No.
took 7 shots last
I
year.
think I got
Oh.
6 or 7 too.
Yeah, who takes the most shots by the end of the year?
A prediction?
One person. in
Yeah,
the group.
one person.
All right, everybody write your answer down.
On what?
On what?
Okay. And with what?
It's probably me.
Can we just say it?
Just,
Yeah, let's
Well, I don't want
slice
anybody.
your
I
hands.
don't want anybody. Because they picked me, I'm going to pick them.
Nah, just lock it in.
All right, honest.
I'm not a child.
Who's going to get shot the most out of all of us?
Are you looking at me right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Marsh is going to get shot the most out of
All
anyone.
of us, okay.
Oh, the whole, the
The
entirety.
whole shebang.
entire-
I'll take some shots, but I don't think I'm going to get shot. I think this is going to be a better year for me.
You don't think you're going to get shot once?
Oh, he's
Well,
already got shot once.
that already happened.
He's got it out of the way.
I got it out of the way. We're good.
You're not good.
Do you guys
It's a long
have male
season.
audience members saying that they would take shots for you, like as tribute? Oh. I want everyone to know that I have people messaging like, I will come down there and take those shots.
Polo took a shot from me.
Right on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
Scott, who's going to get shot the most on this dais here?
Well, I think I'm going with Marsh as well because the reason I think you have too much football knowledge. You're gonna pick with that instead of,
Your
the heart.
crystals, yeah.
Yeah, or the team mascot, which has worked really well.
Moon, who's going to get shot the most?
You know what? I'm going to go with a strange prediction here, and I hope it's not insulting. I think Rivers and Carey are going to impress everybody because I'm always impressed with Rivers. Honestly, is always top
Sure,
of the
the
charts. I don't know
strongest
how he
guys.
always stays out of trouble. Stalter is such an analyzer. He's so in there with the numbers, so in that thing.
No massaging the people.
No, I'm just telling you.
Hey.
Last
Let him
year,
cook.
I think we watched that do him some disservice.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago.
Last year, Carrie and I were battling for the tops, but 2 years ago,
2 years ago, you had all sorts of
I
trouble.
almost quit.
It was
he was
I almost
livid.
quit. I
It
said,
wa-
"Hey, listen, I'm retired on the fast lane. I don't know what I'm going to do, but
It was a lot of over analyzing, and there's so much luck that goes in NFL, and I think you take the luck out of it. I'm going to go ahead and say that Stalter gets shot the most.
Okay.
I mean, he does have data to back it
Yeah,
up.
that is a good point.
He's
Yep.
the data guy.
Anthony, who do you think out of all of us is going to get shot the most?
You know, I'm going to lean with my guy Rafe on this one. I'm going to go with Rafe. I feel like Rafe takes a lot of risk at times, and they don't necessarily pay off.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like that he goes down swinging. So I'm going to say Rafe.
Yeah, very impulsive.
Yeah.
Carrie, who do you think is going to get shot the most?
I honestly think it's Moon. I think Moon is, he you got a lot of things going on, right? And sometimes you just don't have time for trivial things such as making picks. So you might miss a pick or here or there or not really be dialed in. So I think it would probably be Moon.
All right.
Rivers, who do you
data
think is
for
going to get?
I'm going with Rafe. Along the same lines.
Well, you're an idiot. So.
Thank you. Along the same lines as Kerry said to Moon, I think Rafe is so busy. He's got his podcast, the radio show. He goes and does shows. He travels around. There will be a week where he either forgets to make his picks,
That did happen last year.
or he'll just be like, I got to get him in quick.
Yeah.
Just jam it and be like, whatever, deal with it. So I think that might work against you, being that you're so well employed.
Yes.
Gainfully employed. is
So
what
I have
they
two
call it.
answers: who I'd like to see get shot the most, and who I think is going to get shot the most.
Okay.
I would.
Why do we have to do this? I don't know.
This new rules, apparently.
cool.
Yeah, this is changing right now. I like it.
I would like to see Jamie get shot the most. I'll be honest with you.
After all these years.
to humble you a little bit.
After all these years.
But I think Andrew Marsh will be shot the most.
Come on.
Right on.
Marshy, they planned this. They're trying to get to you.
I know. I know. Well, they did last week, and I stepped my game up, so
You did.
this is just more ammunition for me.
Well, gentlemen, may the
Did
best
learn-
team win.
Did
Hey,
Learn
you
go?
know what? Also, the shots aren't even the thing that we need to be talking about as a group here. It is the thing that we're going to have to do with the losing team. Like, we had to take the photo at Rizz Show Live of us in our skivvies.
Which you could have done anything
Yeah,
with it.
put billboard,
No,
whatever.
you
blew that one.
We blew that
We
one
did.
big time. We talked about that actually.
Yeah.
And so this year, we're making a music video, right? Or what did we decide? I don't even
Yeah, that's
really
part of it.
remember.
Music video
With
and
choreography.
With choreography, so the losing team has to do the video, and the winning team gets to pick the
to,
song.
to the song that we choose.
And we're also doing the dunk tank,
Yep.
where people can donate money, and we'll have a charity set up for that.
Rizz Kids.
Rizz Kids, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Let's see the 501(c), please.
Your kids will probably show up to throw balls at
Yes,
us.
they will.
Yeah, so we'll set up a dunk tank. Don't donate. Have an opportunity to, donate to a charity. So
That'll be fun.
By the way, BK, nobody picked BK. BK probably is.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
Right.
Brandon Kiley is
All
not.
right, changing my pick.
Like he's off to an okay start, but he's also getting cocky.
Yeah, last year.
Oh,
A little bit.
And
Was
that's the
he last?
downfall.
That's a
Cockiness is the downfall.
Wasn't he last year for you guys?
So he didn't play. This is his first year with us.
Oh, I thought he played last year.
But he does that, like they do the BK and Ferrario picks,
okay.
and he's always dead last.
Horrendous.
He's terrible.
Every
Yeah.
punishment.
That's
he
why.
has to do it.
Honestly, that's why we picked him because we figure.
He's got to have a good year some
shot.
year.
No, that he'll take the shots. We
Oh,
don't have.
I
that's a
see.
good strategy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I
That
like
is a
that.
good
He'll
strategy.
do good enough to help us win, but he'll
Yeah.
be the worst of us. So he gets shot.
You
I'm
guys
still
really
taking
are.
Marsh, though.
You guys really are all about the data. I love it. You
Just
guys
the
are money.
number crunchers
You
over
guys are
there.
moneyballing pick'em
See,
challenges.
I think it's gonna be Rafe because he did so well at the home run derby. Things just have to, they gotta
The
come
market's
down.
got to correct
I
itself.
like,
Yes.
I like the spoonful of sugar you gave me.
I mean, he was the best out of all of us at the home run derby.
Stalter
It's
hit
true.
more, but I was the best on my squad. I'll take that.
Rafe was incredible. He put on a show.
Yep.
did.
A lot of fun.
That's
All right,
right.
well, listen, this
a
was
lot of
fun.
steroids.
This was a
Took a
lot of
ton
fun. Love coming out to
That
Scott Air
day.
Force Base.
That day started that day.
Thank-
Would you like to hear what me and Learn think are going to get shot the most?
I thought I went to you guys. I asked
I
Lauren.
I said Marsh.
You said Marsh. I
Did
think.
I not go to Rafe?
No, that's
I'm
okay.
Sorry, Rafe.
That's all right, man, because we saved the best for last. I think it's a 3-horse race. I was going to say BK because of those reasons. And I think it's the 2-horse race between myself and Marsh. I'm just going to be honest. I think not because of you're surrounded. Last year, I feel like Stalter and Rivers were in the double digits on a semi-weekly basis. And a lot of times it was coming down to who had 7 or 8 picks, and that was usually us, man.
Yeah, it
Some
was.
weeks we squeak by. We'd be second to last.
Yeah.
But I feel like just because everyone else has experience and Learn has witchcraft, it is going to come down. It literally is going to come down to our asses on the line pretty much every week. So good luck.
Maybe we need to find some crystals or
Yeah,
something.
dude.
Let's go. I'll
Maybe you
show
know what? Maybe we need to rollerblade, get matching tattoos.
We should.
That's what
Do you
Don't
want the
knock
back?
it.
Do you
Don't
want the
knock it.
back or do you want the?
It sounds like Jamie Rivers went on one of the best dates from The Bachelor with Dennis Rodman, and he picks well. So let's look into getting some matching tats, man.
Don't knock it till you dock it.
Oh, and we're going to end it right there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bad as I want to be.
We would have given out a T-shirt immediately.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.